So fortunately for me, my parents both loved skiing, but what's funny is they started skiing in their 30s, so that was not a childhood thing for them. But actually one of my parents' first dates was a week at Killington Mountain in Vermont, and my mom, probably where I got my adventurousness from, she went out and did it and got an instructor and fell in love with it. So when I was 2.5, they put me on those little plastic skis that clip over to your moon boots in the 80s and pushed me around in the backyard, and I was giggling like nobody's business. And apparently, according to my mom, I have this thing for ramps when I was a kid. Like any wheelchair ramps or any place there was a ramp in a parking lot, she'd just leave me there and I'd run up and down the ramp all day long. So I had a thing for downhill something. I was a nut for the Olympics when I was a kid. My mom said that even at 4 years old, she couldn't get me away from watching it. And so by the time I was 5, they put me into a regular lesson program, and at 8, I started in a ski racing training program, and it was just this love affair. And then in New York, so I grew up, in the East Coast, we do a lot of night skiing. And so as a kid, it was the coolest thing. I got to go hang out in the woods at night, and I'd be on the ski lift by myself, and I could be sometimes it was actually scary, but I don't know, I loved it. And so I ski raced all the way through high school. I actually coached my high school team my first year out of school when I was still in college. And then I moved out here to Salt Lake City because I came out here on a ski vacation. And after 3 days of skiing actual natural snow, which we do not have in the East Coast, and I was like, I've been skiing my whole life and I've never experienced anything like this before. And so it was match made in heaven. I literally called my parents 4 days into that trip and said, I think I'm gonna transfer to the University of Utah, and moved out here and started working for the resorts. So I moved out here and transferred to college. So it was my junior year in a chemistry program at the University of Utah. And I bought a season pass because I didn't know what else to do. I was here to ski, I should probably ski. And I was actually super nervous to go up because the mountains are way bigger and way steeper, but I'm put on your good girl panties and let's go do it. And I went up to Snowbird on day 1 by myself, season pass, hop on a ski lift, and a ski instructor came and sat down next to me on the lift and started talking to me. Heard that I was a ski racer, heard that I was from back east, promised he'd show me around the mountain. 2 hours later, he's like, you gotta quit school and work for us. And I was like, I don't think my parents are gonna love that, but I was interested. So I actually ended up working it out. I got hired to be a ski instructor at Snowbird, and I started taking my winters off and going to school in the summer, which is apparently more of a thing out here in the West Coast. So I had just moved to Utah. I'd been here 3 months, and I promptly told my parents I was taking a semester off of school to be a full-time ski instructor. And then I worked there for 5 years. And I went back and forth between ski instructing and also working on the race team.